another episode of Hood and Poop. So in today's video, I would like to share with you an analogy of investing. Now, for me, I basically looks at the company's fundamental, alright, look at the management, look at the business, and before I invest in them. So I belongs to the group called fundamental analysis compared to the traders who look at technicals and stuff. I do look at technicals, but it's not my main part of the whole investing philosophy. So being a fundamental analysis, when I look at companies, the analogy I would like to share with you guys is that basically when I look at a company, I always look at the business itself, and also a very key component is the management, because a business, how good or bad a business is, a management plays a very important role in driving the business forward, or the management can deteriorate the business if they don't lead the company well. So the analogy that I like to use is that investing in any company, it's something like choosing, rather betting on a horse competition. What do I mean? Okay, if you think about it, for a horse competition, okay, there will always be the horse, definitely, and the person riding on the horse is the jockey. Now, so how I look at it is that the business that we are investing in, it's something like choosing the best horse given the situation to invest, so that we place our bets per se onto the horse that will win us championship. Okay, of course investing is not a bad thing, but I'm just trying to use the analogy here. Then the management of that company that we are investing, right, is the jockey in my analogy. Why do I say so? If you talk about horse racing, alright, the jockey is very important because he needs to know the strength and weaknesses of their horses and accelerate accordingly, right? By whipping the horse and so on. If you constantly accelerate, alright, throughout the whole race, the horse may not have the energy to sustain throughout the whole thing, and you may lose the whole match. So it's the same as investing. The management definitely must know how good or how bad the company is, alright, and what is their competitive advantage. You cannot win at all matches. So the management must choose carefully what are the matches that they want to go in and to win that particular race. So my take is that recently I have actually so-called cut loss on certain positions, not because of the recent downfall or the fear of the war. It does not affect my decision on buying or selling. Alright, now I still till today preach in holding or buying good companies, but I will not hesitate to exit my position if there's fundamental changes to the company itself. So one of the company that I particular cut loss on, I felt that the management, okay, it's not as ideal as what I expect to be. So one of the ways that I gather all this info is basically I read their earnings transcript, and because I have been reading the earnings transcript on a quarterly basis, so it kind of forms a picture, alright? So how I look at it is that earnings transcript, if you read every quarter, it's like a panorama image. So the whole image, depending on how the management reports it, depending on how the company performs, if it's a smooth image of the whole situation, of the whole picture, yeah, that's a good company. But if in any point of time you find that there are some red flags here and there, then this is not a good picture that will be painted, and then this is up to your individual preference to see whether do you still want to hold on to this business or do you want to sell. So it's more like investing is not just looking at the business, not just looking at the horse itself. It is also trusting your money with the management, or rather trusting your money with the jockey. So if you realize that the jockey may not be that well experienced, may not be training hard enough, or may not be doing correctly in terms of their steps and stuff, then this may be a time for you to reconsider your options, reconsider your positions, and to see whether do you want to change to another horse, another horse with another jockey itself. So it's the same. So this video, I just wanted all of you guys to look at your portfolio. Look at it, understand that it's not just about the business itself, it is also about the management. Now, for example, Apple by default, it's a good business, but okay, a good business will not sustain for so long without a good management. So Tim Cook took over the realm from Steve Jobs, and if Tim Cook screws up the whole thing, do you think Apple can last till now? Perhaps Apple would probably be a second Nokia where it fades off. So this is something that, as investor, especially as a fundamental investor, we must understand, we must come to terms, and we must accept the fact that the business can change. Likewise, the management can change as well. So if the business is performing but the management is not, then this is something that you may want to evaluate further. However, if the business is not performing and the management is not showing signs to improve the business, then this is a company that you should really step aside. Okay, so I hope this quick sharing allows you to understand how I look at investing with the analogy of a horse and jockey. So I'll see you in my next video. Invest safe.